Bionanogenomics, technical analysis, fundamental statistics, some new catalysts today, potentially, along with reviewing my current positions and their price target. Starting off with the price action we broke out today. I did say if we were going to break out of this descending trend line, red trend line that I've had drawn up since a long time ago, since the start of February, maybe before that even. So we did break out of that, and I did say if we were to break out of that, we would be likely to see a confirm it as the new support, along with a strong move to the upside. We have not seen that strong move to the upside, right? We did confirm as new support. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5 1 hourly closes above this previous level of resistance. So this is going to be acting as a level of support in the future. If you're looking to get an entry point into the stock, 948, depending on when you're seeing this, right down to 937, those are going to be your entry points. I think it's unlikely that we're gonna break this level. I do think that is unlikely, but of course anything can happen. If you can catch it below that, that's great. I doubt that's going to happen, but anywhere on these levels, the lower you can get it, the better. But I think it's unlikely. We got plenty of catalysts coming up that we're going to be going over. But personally, where do I see this going? I think we're going to be doing very, very well. And I know it's the same thing every day, right? I have my position in the stock. I have my call option, right? There's my exact dollar amount into the stock, right? 2,000 and then 500, right? Well, that's true. I am biased, right? You can totally call me biased. It's totally a fair accusation. But this is why. Let me just give you my reasoning for why I think we're going to do well. Why have our stocks been doing bad lately? Let's just go to the broader markets here. Let's just go to our best friend, the NASDAQ 100 index right here. Okay, I'm kidding. We hate this freaking index, all right? Now, long term, we love it, but, correction, we hate it here. But anyways, 16th, that's when my portfolio peaked and when a lot of your portfolios peaked as well. And then, boom, death, destruction, just suffering, torturing, everything happened. We died, and then we're coming back to life here. We died, we're coming back to life. We confirmed the breakout. I said in my market update video, right when we broke out of this descending triangle here, not descending triangle, symmetrical triangle, sorry, ascending support, descending resistance, bull flag, symmetrical triangle, bull pennant, whatever you want to call it. We broke out, and I said, this is the price target. This is the conservative price target. Let me show you what the big. Now, if you're wondering why I'm going over the NASDAQ, right? This isn't the NASDAQ video, okay? This is Bionano. The NASDAQ, Bionano follows the NASDAQ a lot, all right? If the NASDAQ is down 5%, Bionano is not green unless there's some insane catalyst, all right? Even if the NASDAQ is down 1%, Bionano is probably not green, okay? So that's why it's important to go over the NASDAQ. This is the other way you can draw a price target from the first touch point on this. On one of these levels. Okay, it's all-time highs. All right, it's above 14,000. So, guys, I'm not saying we're going to see 14,000 before the 22nd of March, right? I'm saying it's going to be one of these two price targets will most likely be hit. Let's just leave the conservative one out here. Also, all right, that's one thing, right? The price target and the technicals are very bullish for the NASDAQ, right? Well, we got our correction. If you think we were overbought and the PE ratio was out of hand, right? Well, it corrected itself largely, right? So now, at least short term, it's fair to say that we're going to be seeing some running and some bullish price action. But let's also look at this. Markets in power hour. Okay, so this is the start of power hour right here. Okay, time is right here. All right. What did we usually see in power hour? Sour hour. That's what we usually see. We usually see dumpage, destruction, death. Sauron coming to kill us all. That's what we usually, this is essentially usually what power hour is. I don't even know why we call it power hour half the time, right? But today it was actually a true quintessential power hour, right? We actually got some rallying, and this is extremely bullish. Why is this bullish, Brandon? What are you talking about? You're so stupid. All right, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, stay with me. So, when the market is about to close, there's a lot of people who use brokers that are not fortunate enough to offer, not intelligent enough, or whatever the reason is, they don't offer pre-market and after-hours trading. So, if you're using Robinhood, you got to get in if you're bullish on something for tomorrow and then in the coming days and the coming months and years, right? Whatever it is, short term, long term, doesn't matter. People are getting in before the market closes because they are holding overnight because they are bullish for tomorrow and the next week and this week and then the next month and the future, essentially. So that is why it's so crucial and it's such a big deal that we actually got a legit power hour. We went from up 0.5% to doubling that to up to 1%, up to 1.05% on the day. That's extremely that's huge. That's huge. That's what it is. So going back to Bionano, let's look at some indicators real quick. RSI on the hourly, there's not much movement since the after hours tomorrow or after hours on Friday. So we're looking at 57. Let's look at the daily MACD and everything. Okay, we are about to get confirmation, bullish confirmation. That's going to be a buy signal when the signal line crosses below. But of course, we don't like to use the MACD because on the daily at least, because it is delayed as heck compared to the RSI. But the RSI is neutral. We got plenty of room to run in the upwards direction. So looking at the 4-hourly MACD, okay, it's pretty much the signal line is about to cross over. But let me tell you something. The more times it is about to cross over, right? Because we've been getting rejected hard at this 38.2% retracement level. The more times that this level gets touched, the more likely it is to break. That's not just my experience. That's like a legitimate technical analysis rule that is universal. The more times a support or resistance level is touched, the more likely it is to break and collapse and turn into the opposite. If it was support, turn into resistance, and vice versa, right? So that's why the MACD is not looking the best in the 4 hours, right? We've been chilling, trying to break out of this level forever, right? Since the 10th of March, right? Not forever, but you get my point. Let's look at the Bollinger Bands in the daily. Middle Bollinger Band, let's see what we're trading at today. 1044. Okay, so we still have plenty of upside. That is going to be acting as some resistance, right? But it doesn't really matter. As long as we're forming higher highs and higher lows, we're going to cross above this eventually, right? It's going to be resistance, but it's nothing to worry about. The outside bands are doing nothing, all right? There's no indication of where we're going to go according to the daily Bollinger Bands. There's nothing interesting to say there. So that is what we're looking at as far as the technicals. Let's look at some fundamentals. Insider ownership, 3%. There's nothing new here. Of the shares outstanding, 3% of them almost are owned by insiders. 7% of the shares outstanding is owned by institutions. Neither of these are super bullish nor bearish, in my opinion. Fenviz has similar information, at least for the institutional ownership. This is actually interesting. So, Sapphire Enthusiast, this guy, will be presenting during session 1 on Monday, March 22nd at the Genomics of Rare Disease Virtual Conference, blah, blah, blah. Okay, Catalyst. This is a Catalyst. March 22nd. That's soon. That's in 7 days. We've had 1,000 things like this that they've said, right? If we just scroll down a little bit, they do this stuff all the time, right? But any of these things can send the stock soaring, in my opinion, because all it takes is one little study or one little advancement. And if people like it, boom, we're going up 50%, 100%, 200% a day. Seriously, Bionano is not at a large valuation. It can easily pop off 200% in a day if we get some cancer revolution, right? Revelation, easily. And that it doesn't have to be something crazy, right? It just has to be something good, fairly significant. We also have this as well. Their management is going to be presenting virtually at this thing. Okay, this is good that they have the confidence to do so many conferences and presentations, right? If they didn't have any confidence, they wouldn't do anything. If they didn't care about the stock price or their company or their mission, they wouldn't be doing this. This can only be good, basically, unless they just completely bomb the presentation, right? That's always a possibility. So this is good news. This is very good news. And I don't think either of these are priced in at all. Because look at the times, right? If we go back 7-9 hours, like at the market open, roughly, we didn't really see much pushing. We saw. I don't really know why the price action was so weird today. It was really we also, by the way, I don't want to brag real quick. Going back to the technicals, we validated these levels perfectly, basically. All right. I told you if we see this again, that's a good entry point. I said this is unlikely. I said this is very unlikely. All right, go watch the last video if you don't believe me. All right, I'm not just telling you when I'm right. I'm not just telling you and posting when I told you so. I'm telling you my opinions and my predictions that are not always right, but I would say more times than not, I'm going to be right, or I have been at least. That's fair to say. And go watch my last video. Go watch the videos if you disagree, all right? I think that's very fair to say. I think that's more than fair to say. But yeah, we validated these levels. I said this is going to be a strong resistance. This is going to be a strong resistance. And, this is why technicals are important. You can't tell me technicals don't mean anything. Yeah, you can make that argument. Oh, they're just lines on a chart. All right, you can make a lot of money with lines on a chart, so they're definitely important. I mean, just look at this. Okay, just buy limit here, sell here, buy in on this previous level of support here, right? If you wanted to do that, you could, right? Now, if you're like me and you believe in BioNano and the catalyst potential and the ARC, and not ARC, but ARC as well, cancer development, Sapphire adoption, clinical mass adoption, right? Any of that stuff, I want to hold and not swing this so much because there's just too much possibility, in my opinion, for any time for just a massive pop off because of a catalyst. And I can't predict catalysts, so that's why I don't try to. That's why I'm just holding BioNano, right? And my other stocks, I did make a couple of trades today. As you can see, I have 2 more positions here. So yeah, we definitely made some more trades today, and we definitely have more buying power today. Look at that. So that's what we're looking at. Okay. um, this is just a summary. If you haven't seen this, okay, you can look this up on the Twitter or Yahoo Finance if you want to see the new catalyst potential. Current positions, BioNano, April 7th price target is $10. We almost hit that. We got to like 983 today. Yeah, 983 today. We got close, got really close. End of year bear case is 50. I'm serious. And $200 end of year bull case. That's my 100 to 200 is my end of year bull case price target for BioNano Genomics. I can understand if you think that's crazy, but if everything goes right, I think that's probably the maximum price that we could realistically see BioNano go to. Like, just imagine this. Okay, just imagine this. Optical genome mapping, some study, some article comes out and proves that the optical genome mapping is able to have a significant difference in cancer diagnosis in earlier stages than other orthodox equipment, right? Just say something like that happens, then say a week goes by, ARC invests. Okay, that's a possibility. All right, they were listed in their 2021 Big Ideas report, and if BioNano got something crazy like the cancer thing, that can easily happen. We've already seen stuff like that happen. So let's say those 2 things happen by the end of the year. It's not like this stuff has to happen in a month or 5 months. They have before the end of the year, before 2022. That's how long they have to get this stuff. And that can easily happen, in my opinion. That would send it very high. $200, if we see a bull market, if we see the NASDAQ do well, if we see the markets continue to go up and ARK invests and ARK makes a big position, they keep making their technology revelations, this will go to $200 in a year. It will, in my opinion. And I can be wrong. And $50 is my end of year bear case, and some people will call this even crazy. But if everything goes right, there's nothing in my mind. It's absolutely reasonable and plausible to assume there's a fair chance that if everything goes perfectly or near perfect, we're going to $200 in a year. There's a chance of that. All right, it's more likely that we're going to get 50 in a year, which is still amazing, right? It's still 5x, right? Who's complaining about 5x in less than a year, right? And I think this is what's going to happen, but we'll see. We will see. I can always be wrong. Relevant information in regards to the title is finished now. Feel free to click off. If you have more important things to do, this is the part. Well, I would do the stuff most YouTubers do in the first 5 seconds, plus cool stuff as well. Merch/Patreon. We're working on that. We're going to get that done soon. I don't know exactly when. Some YouTubers that you can trust besides me. Okay? You can definitely trust me. All right, no, seriously, don't trust anyone. Don't trust me. Don't trust anyone you like on YouTube. Be objective about what they're saying. Decide if you agree with them based on the content of what they're saying, not because their track record. But some other YouTubers that you can trust a little more than others, in my opinion. And if yours is not on this list, I'm not attacking you, Kim. I'm not trying to offend you. All right? I'm not trying to trigger you and start a war in the comments. I'm not trying to do that. All right, but 3 good ones other than me: Dead Inside, Trace Trades, and Zip Trader. Those are 3 good ones. They're not. I mean, I guess they're good compared to the other ones on there, in my opinion. Right, the aggregate stock YouTuber. Right, most of them suck. In my opinion, most of them suck. In my opinion. BrandonBallsy.com. That's actually why I started this channel, because I just thought, man, these people are horrible at what they do. I can easily beat these people what they do. And I do, in my opinion. I do. That's my opinion. You may disagree. BrandonBallsy.com. That's where you want to send your serious suggestions and questions. Maybe mistakes, guys, do not expect perfection from yourself or anyone. Use several brokers. The platform I'm using is, for technical analysis, is Webull. Free stocks in the description below with them if you want. Success is never going to change our business model. What you can do to make ads the new YouTube standard is support the channel. That's what you can do. If you want to see this, and none of this in the relevant section, that's what you can do. Bionan to the moon, up 3% today. Let's see how we're doing after hours. Doing nothing after hours. Low volume as heck. We've been getting low volume it seems like we've been getting low volume. Yeah, there is no volume for Bionan anymore. Everyone's just buying and hold. Everyone bought. Look at this. Everyone bought back in here and just held through everything. And there's just nothing. Like look at this. Look at the price action difference with this volume, and then look at the price action with this. Look at the difference in volume though. Like this is just as volatile, if not more volatile, as a move as the first run up. But there's no volume to support it. There's none at all, and that's the point that I never even talk about, man. Oh, I should have included that earlier. These will not be less valiant because they're unpraised. This is so important. I can't even state how important this is. Okay, that's not actually my quote. All right, I wish it was, but that's Aragon, Lord of the Rings. Okay, if you don't like Lord of the Rings and you think I'm a nerd for saying that, fair enough. But it's still awesome. All right, this is not financial advice, anyways. Thank you all so much. We'll see you all in the next one.